EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. We'll get us started with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the Texas Longhorns offense will have the first possession of the game. And here he is. Let me tell you about this wide receiver. He is a route-running DB, toasting, pass-catching, touchdown-scoring, woo, son of a gun.
I can't wait to see how this defense is going to try and corral this guy, because you play man-to-man, you risk him running right by you and catching the deep ball, but you play zone and you give him the opportunity to potentially make yards after the catch. Going to have to be really careful trying to cover that dude.
He's got it down the left side. Oh, look out, there he goes. Touchdown, Longhorns! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver, who can design ways to get the football in his hand? Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
So Miami's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Smith wants to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
Well, that one falls incomplete, but you know this guy is a big part of their passing attack. You saw the last game out, he had multiple catches from the running back position. They're going to try to get that established in this game.
Throws to the tight end. Complete in the middle. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. And the Hurricanes want to crank the tempo.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find their rhythm. What better way than converting on third down? Awesome job by the quarterback getting to this position.
These two conferences largely share the same geographic footprint, and the ACC loves it when they can take down a team from the SEC.
And we see these two conferences play each other oftentimes early in the season, late in the season. David, think about Clemson, South Carolina, Florida State. These players have a lot of familiarity with one another.
And this already matters so much to these kids because they grew up in the same area a lot of times, like Reese was talking about with the footprint. But how about in the past, too? When your undefeated league champion gets left out of the playoff for an SEC team, a little more fuel for the fire.
Right back to the well. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
He's got his man. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. The Hurricanes decide to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of bounce, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Colin.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Trying to find his man on first down. He hurls one deep down the left side. Hits him in stride at the 10. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Texas! And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
And you don't want to start this game with 2 straight punts. Big third down opportunity coming here. Smith dropping to pass. They're trying to get to him. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. And the Canes will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He gets a block. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Here comes the Texas offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. We'll see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
1st and 10, they're down to the 25. To the ground, he's got it again. Going to be a gain of about 3 down to the 21.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Trying to make magic with his feet. He finally goes out of bounds, but you better check that laundry on the field. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The Longhorns line it up with a 1st and goal. Slams it ahead. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Longhorns! No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
And I love the bounce back for this offense. We lost a week ago. Let's put that in the rearview mirror. That game's gone. Let's improve. Let's get better. So far in this first half, they've done just that.
Let's see what he can do with... And he loses the ball deep in his own end. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. Gets a turnover. Boy, this is just the type of field position this offense wants. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Buys a little time with his feet. He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on 1st down in the red zone.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Off the play fake. Gets rid of it. Makes the grab. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for... Quarterback sneaks it forward and into the end zone for a touchdown.
Third down and goal. I want the touchdown. Is it predictable? Do I know he's going under center? Do I know he's going to run a quarterback sneak? Yeah, but guess what? It's still so hard to stop. That's why you see it so much down here in the red zone, especially in situations like this in third and goal when you need it. Touchdown for the offense.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Maybe they learned something from their opening script of plays, David, but other than that, this has been an abject disaster.
And I think they learned what not to do. I mean, this has been an abject disaster. They haven't done anything right. Offense, defense. Oh, this one's ugly, and it's still early.
Yeah, I'd normally say, well, it's first quarter, just don't worry about it. There's time, but this is the worst start you possibly could have had. So they need to score a touchdown right here.
And it's not panic time yet for this offense, but last week was a really bad performance. This week, starting off a little bit slow. They got to find some form of rhythm. They got to find some way, get a few first downs, get some playmakers involved, because right now they just seem out of sync.
Smith wants to throw. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. The Canes line up to punt it away. He's got great speed. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. They come to the line with a minute to play in the opening quarter. Caught in the backfield, it's Ashmore. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
He's got it on the right. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. The Longhorns look to do some damage in the red zone. Wide out in motion. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. A first down for the offense. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Touchdown, Texas! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. This dude is lighting it up for the Horns, and some old-school Horn fans starting to think about that 500-yard 4-touchdown Dave Vince Young had against Oklahoma State.
Bringing back great memories, and there's been some good runs at quarterback. You think about Colt McCoy, too, man. He put up some serious numbers, some serious wins. Can this be the next guy to catapult this offense, to bring Texas back to prominence?
On first down, here comes this offense. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Quickly complete. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Let's see what they've got on second down. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Smith dropping to pass. It's complete on the right side. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. Did a nice job of it.
Getting some heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
They knock him down right there.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
He lobs one high down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. And the Canes will send out the punt unit. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Makes a move. Looking for running room. He'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody right now on the same page.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, this offense has come out slinging the pill. They are throwing it. They are trying to be aggressive. We're only in the 2nd quarter, guys. Already, this guy has over 200 yards passing.
Quick release by the QB. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns! That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive feat.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Quick completion on the out. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34.
I think they called that knowing they weren't going to hit a home run. So why would you call it then? Well, you call it so 3rd down becomes an easier down. It's not 3rd and long where I have to pass the football. Now all options on the table.
And they can't make the play on 3rd down. And the Hurricanes will try to pin them back with the punt. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. Across the 45. Off he goes. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Texas! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Texas, 31, Miami, 0.
Bringing it out. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. 90 yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Makes the grab. Really nice gain. Gets it out across the 20. It'll be a first down at the 22. New set of downs after that completion. Smith wants to throw. Moving out of the pocket. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
They'll try to pop the draw. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. The Hurricanes send out the punt unit. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. Slips through the line. No chance for any kind of return there. They were all over him as soon as he caught the football. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Handoff to the single running back. At midfield, he's got room. And he's running in the open. Just like that, a huge gain, and they've got it inside the 10. They'll mark it at the 8.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that one.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. And this is a weird move. They're sending out the field goal unit here. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, a big-time top 15 duel. Let's get right to it. Arizona is down right now, but you simply can't rule out a comeback. Teddy Bruschi had a hand in getting this kid to Tucson, so if he thinks the magic is there, who am I to disagree? It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Kentucky. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And the Canes moving quickly to the line. Smith dropping to pass. Steps away to find some room. Pulled down for the tackle. Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field.
It's third down.
From the gun, wants to pass. And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
Well, the one thing we know about this defense is they've got some exotic looks, and they're not afraid to bring pressure from the second level. That time they brought the free safety, and he was able to get home and sack the quarterback.
The Canes will punt this one away. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. This has been an impressive first half, and Jesse, they'd love nothing better than to tack another one on before the break.
And why would they want to stop at this point? Everything they've dialed up, they've been able to execute throwing and running the football.
And how critical is it for this defense to get a stop? Down right now before the half. They can create some momentum on their side by getting a stop before the half.
Quarterback will audible. Going up top on first down. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On second down, he'll let it fly. Working that left side now. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. The Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. On the run, fires downfield. It's caught downfield.
At the pace this guy's going at right now, this could be a record-setting type day. This could be a game for the ages for this dude. He already has 2 touchdowns, picks up that first down. This is still the first half, guys. What is this guy capable of doing the rest of the game? We're going to find out.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. And he'll step out of bounds just short of the goal line. Almost a touchdown, but not in there yet. Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. It is good. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind. That late-in-the-half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. Under a minute to play here in the first half, and the offense will take a knee, and that is how we'll wrap up the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Kickoff and kickoff return teams on the field, and we're just about ready to go in the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these guys, you got guys out of the portal, you put your faith in them to make plays. This is a time to go out and do it.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Hugs it downfield. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
Yeah, and he looked like he had the opportunity to secure that obviously open over the middle of the field, but you know how that works. Middle of the field, more defenders. Am I going to get whacked when I hit this thing? It makes those guys think a little bit. You see more drops over the middle of the field.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Fast motion from the offense. Touch pass on the jet sweep. To the 10. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially in the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
Finds a crease at the 20. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep him honest. Pound that rock.
He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer. And now on, it's not fourth down, it's third down, and the field goal unit's out there. He got it. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. Coming out with it, it's Rivera. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. DB's right up on the receivers. From the gun, to give, looking for room. Found just enough running room. He picks up 4 to the 15. Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Caught near the sideline, it's Harris. So he gets a foot down, but he really didn't get a foot forward. No gain on the play.
He could have just quarterback sneaked it and got more yards than that. We need more from this passing game.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down. And the Canes will bring the punt team onto the field. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. Here comes the Texas offense. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, dude.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Red pass, it's complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Now facing a 3rd and long. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Looking to pass. It's Benedict. Fires to the wideout. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down. And the Longhorns will punt it away on 4th down. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And it'll be down right there. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
Yeah, last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Finds his man in the middle. And he goes down after making the grab. Picked up a few, but he's still short of the first down marker. So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? Throws to the wideout. And that pass is intercepted. Trying to take it back. Touchdown, Longhorns! The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. He'll bring it out. It's Everett. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do have it, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He's got it. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
Love the accurate throw by the quarterback there. Curl route against man coverage. You got to put that right into the body of the wide receiver who's running back towards you. Nice job executing it, and they pick up the first.
The give to the back. And you make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when you decide to run it.
Man, credit to the offense sticking with the run, but man, it's not working, and this defense is not budging, and we've seen them all season. They've been so dominant. I do think it's going to have to come through the air, and you're going to have to turn your quarterback loose, let him rip the football, because this defense is so stout against the run.
And the Hurricanes will call on their punt team. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
They'll ride the hot hand. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
They're bringing heat. And the pressure was in his grill in an eyelash. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the third quarter stats will show you. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Whoa, does he turn that loose down the middle.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the fourth quarter.
He'll call for the fair catch here. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Unloads to the wideout. Fires into traffic, picked off. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Texas! That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3. And the extra point was good to finish things off. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it.
Texas.
On the move from inside his 5. And the returner goes down. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
And it's incomplete. It was wild, high, and wide on that one.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. The Hurricanes decide to punt it away. and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. So from the shadow of his goal post, he gets the punt away. From midfield, looking for room. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for in a position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs and I'm in scoring position.
They get him down after he makes the catch. Ball's at the 27. It's 3rd and short. Can they avoid making that 4th down decision? They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. They couldn't stop the offense from picking up that 1st down on that run play.
And the Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
It's good. And that'll add 3 more. Already way out of hand. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Virginia is running away with this one right now, and you just know Cav Man is loving this offense today. They're up by 21 over UCLA. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Can't hold on. He had him right down the middle, and he flat dropped him. Offense gets set for 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the middle. Finds the big tight end. And he'll move his way forward to the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 35. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. He wants to throw. Off the deflection, missed a great chance to force the turnover. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback in this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Got his man! And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down.
Well, this offense has not put their best product on the field today. They've got no points to show for any of their efforts so far, but they've still got a chance. But if it's going to happen, it has to happen now in this 2-minute situation. This is where their playmakers need to step up.
And the Canes have it with a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. Now on 2nd down after the incompletion. He'll just keep slinging it. Trying to escape and get it himself.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. And he'll reach for a 53-yarder and have to guide it in with precision from the right side. Between the uprights, it's good. Let's not say they cut into the deficit with that field goal. Maybe just, I don't know, tweaked a little bit of it away with their fingernail. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for the big return there, but he'll go out of bounds at the 28. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
And they try. Stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
And the quarterback takes the snap and kneels down. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and